Our story kicks off with some serious drama at the nebulous sovereignty. Picture this. Queen's been targeted, and now poor Sisbel's in the crosshairs too. Talk about a rough day at the palace, right? But don't worry, our girl Alice is on the case. She's been doing a stellar job keeping Sisbel safe, and the Queen's super grateful for it. Now here's where things get really interesting. Remember Vichy Suaz? Yeah, that troublemaker's been caught and thrown in the dungeon. But get this. Apparently, they've turned into some kind of deformed monster. Yikes. The House of Hydra is trying to wash their hands of the whole mess, claiming Vichy Suaz went rogue and pointing fingers at the House of Zoa for that nasty explosion. Classic political finger-pointing, if you ask me. Everyone's on edge waiting for Sisbel to come back and hopefully clear things up. But here's the kicker. Schwartz, who was supposed to be back at the palace already, is MIA. Talk about terrible timing. Alice is all confused because Sisbel told her Schwartz should be there. Something fishy is definitely going on. Enter Elatir, Sisbel's older sister. She swoops in, all concern and sisterly love, offering to go fetch Sisbel herself. But between you and me, I've got a feeling there's more to Elatir than meets the eye. Meanwhile, poor Sisbel's not doing so hot. She's stressed out, running a fever, and dead set on getting back to the palace ASAP to figure out who's behind all this chaos. But her companions, including our boy Iska, wink wink, are trying to get her to rest up and eat something before charging back into the fray. Oh, and get this. There's this hilarious side plot with Rin, one of the servants. She's all worked up about not growing as much as Alice, if you catch my drift. She's even concocting some secret potion to try and... catch up. Poor Iska walks in on her and totally misunderstands the situation, thinking she's making a bomb or something. Comedy gold, I tell you. Back to the main action. Sisbel's finally feeling better. She's totally milking it. She's got Iska carrying her around and feeding her soup like she's helpless. Pretty cute, actually. You can tell there's some tension brewing between those two. Now here's where things start to get really intense. Sisbel's got this cool astral spirit that can show past events like a video. Pretty handy, right? There's a catch. She needs to be at the palace to see who's behind the explosion. No wonder the bad guys are trying to keep her away. We get a little backstory on the Queen, too. Turns out she used to be in the Astral Power Forces and had this whole rivalry thing going on with Salinger. But that went south when Salinger's hunger for power led him to attack the previous Queen. Talk about a fall from grace. Fast forward a bit, and we're at the train station in the central province. Sisbel and her escort, including Iska and his crew, are expecting to meet the Queen's bodyguard. But guess who shows up instead? Yep, Elatir again. And this is where things get really dicey. Elatir drops a bombshell. She knows who Iska and his friends really are. Imperial soldiers escorting a witch? That's a recipe for disaster on both sides of the conflict. She's got them over a barrel, and she knows it. So what does she do? Invites them all to a relaxing time at Lou's vacation house. Yeah, right? More like holding them hostage to keep an eye on them. Poor Sisbel's caught in the middle of all this. She clearly doesn't want to go along with Elatir's plan, but her sister's not giving her much choice. It's a pretty tense situation all around. Back at the palace, Alice gets wind of what's going down and freaks out. The Queen sends her to the vacation house to protect Sisbel and bring her back. But Alice has got other concerns too. The embarrassing underwear she left hidden in her room at the vacation house. Oh, the drama.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Now here's where things take a really dark turn. We cut to the Empire's side and they're planning something big. They're taking advantage of the chaos in the sovereignty to launch an ambush on the Nebulous Palace. We're talking a full-on witch hunt here, with the Queen as the primary target. We meet a bunch of new characters, the Saint Disciples. There's Newton the researcher, Barganley the engineer, Nameless, yeah, that's actually their name, and May. They're all gearing up for this massive attack, and it's clear they mean business. The Imperial forces are already on the move, set to arrive at the Nebulous Palace by the next day. Their mission? Capture the Queen and end the war with an Empire victory. Talk about raising the stakes. But here's the real kicker. Remember Joe Haim, the first seed of the Saint Disciples? He drops a bomb of his own. He says the Ice Calamity Witch, that's Alice by the way, will leave the royal palace, leaving the Queen vulnerable. How does he know this? What's his angle? So many questions. And that, my friends, is where our episode leaves us, teetering on the brink of an all-out war, with our main characters scattered and in various states of peril. The Empire's closing in, the sovereignty's in chaos, and it seems like everyone's got a hidden agenda. Will Sisel make it back to the palace in time? Can Iska and his friends get out of Elatir's clutches? What's Alice going to do when she realizes the Queen's in danger? And just how bad is this Imperial attack going to be? One thing's for sure, the next episode is going to be absolutely epic. The pieces are all in place for a massive showdown, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it all plays out. This anime just keeps upping the ante, and I'm here for every second of it. So what do you think? Got any theories about what's going to happen next? Who do you think is really pulling the strings behind all this chaos? And most importantly, do you think Alice is going to remember about that underwear before Iska finds it? Just kidding. Mostly. Stay tuned, anime fans. This episode is anything to go by. We're in for one wild ride.